Welcome to Real Bass Lessons. Today I want to teach you some jazz soloing over blues in F. I thought I'd play a couple of courses here and then we'll break it down, discuss it, and I'll show you kind of the phrases I've used and what I'm doing with it, okay? I'll kind of keep a limited amount of material so you can see how I vary it, how I manipulate it. Here we go, blues in F. A one, a two, a 1, 2. I think that's enough right now. Cool. Now I'm going to assume you know a basic blues, jazz blues in F. If you don't, you got some preliminary work to do. Okay? Matter of fact, maybe I'll play the chord changes just one time to get in your ear a little bit more. Check it out. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Now, one of the things I did in that solo was I worked a whole bunch with simply a little blues sound. I did this. Sure. You can call it a blues scale or a pentatonic scale. I don't really think of that. I just think of it as blues licks. I opened with this. Sure. And I went back to that little phrase a whole bunch. And then I did this. Right before the 4 chord, I hit this B7. It's just a substitute going. Okay, so again. Sure, look at that. I used that blues stuff, okay? And then I got to my B flat here and I did something like. Sure. And then I did my F. And then I believe when I went to that A minor D7, I did this. That's a little sound I use a lot. If you've got a dominant chord, a D7, I simply start on the 3rd and I play a little diminished lick. I did it a couple other places right here. That was for a G7. I might have even done it for a C7 here. Yeah, it's just a little sound I use. So again, little F blues. Here's my diminished, or not my diminished, I used a B7. To B flat. Back to my F7. Here's my A minor D7. G7. A little blues thing here. To C7. You notice I work with those guide tone notes a lot? Sure. To B flat 7. To F7. To the G7. C7. Sure, I work with those 3rds and 7ths a bunch. What else did I do? Oh, I went up here. Sure, a little blues again. Little minor blues. And then sure, great. Oh, look at that. There's that half of that diminished. B flat 7. And I went. Sure. And back to F7. Oh, and I believe again the A minor D7. Sorry. There it is. To G7. To my F7 or C7. Let me play it one more time and we'll right now, and I'll use those things again. Now that I've said them to you, you'll recognize them. Here we go. Here's my drums. 2, a 1, 2. My B flat 7. Back to my F7. Sure, it's funny. That was difficult for me right there to improvise, but yet with a preconceived idea of what I had to do ahead of time. Cool. Really, what you want to do is you want to learn your chords real well, the arpeggios of your chords, the inversions of your chords, and then work out little phrases. See, it's not working out a concept of here's a bunch of scales and a theory. No, it's working out sounds that sound good. I started many, many years ago just doing this. You can hear what I'm doing. Sure, I had a little blues lick, one little phrase lick, and I played it over every chord. F7, B flat 7, F7, again, B flat 7, F7, D7, G7, C7, then the turnaround, G7, C7. Yeah, now I would never solo like that today because I've learned how to do other things. But that's how I had to start, so I could work on some language, little phrasing, okay? Hope this makes sense for you. I'm not going to go any further. I don't want it to be confusing. I think I'll play a couple more courses and try to play a little more relaxed and a little more fluent as opposed to predetermined what I'm going to do. But you'll still hear those things there, okay? Check it out. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's funny. If you like some of that stuff, steal it. If you don't, find some better. Fire it up.